What's up, yo? Dude, that was quick.
Hold up. Yo.
Dude, I have no clue how this co-host thing works. I'm just curious. Do you get like a notification?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And do you
Yeah.
have to
Whenever you
be?
post.
Do I have to be live in order to co-host?
Yeah. Well, you're live right now.
I am. Yes. It took me freaking forever to figure this out. How you doing, man?
I'm all right. I'm all right. How are you?
Doing outstanding. Doing very well. One more
That's good.
question about
You're
the
off this.
co-host. I'm just curious. Do we have different chats?
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes so much more sense because last time you were like laughing at things in the chat, and I'm looking at my chat, and I'm like, I have no clue what he could possibly be laughing at. Okay, good to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's two separate lives. Which is like that's the difference between co-host and like adding someone as a guest. It's like guest is just someone can just it's just your own live.
Right. So, okay, I'm guessing viewers aren't cumulative either, right?
Yeah. With separate reviewers
So
and
you
stuff.
had probably like 150-ish last time, and then I had like
Yeah. Probably around there.
okay, good to know. Interesting. Last debate's going really
Yeah.
well on YouTube. I don't know if you've checked it out.
I haven't seen it. I just heard
It's
about
just
it.
the whole
Like,
thing. Yeah, dude. And then Keenan's involved now, but
what did Keenan say?
Keenan, he's actually more on your side. Keenan had a video. It's doing pretty well. He posted it last night. His intro
Oh.
was
Oh. That video. That video.
yeah.
I saw it. I saw it.
But then he
Yeah.
was live last night, and I was just watching, and all of a sudden everybody was talking about it in the chat. So
Bro, it's low key like it's all an accident too. Like I would just like I mean I've made like some like kind of hints at it like in some videos maybe like calling like milk like cow grape juice or something like that or stuff like that. But it's like I don't like I didn't. It just kind of exploded more than I thought.
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Bro, fucking
Well,
bugs.
you texted me that you want to go over it again. I will say I posted that video talking about the debate. I hope everything I said was fine.
I didn't. I'm not too sure what you said. So
Okay, cool. I basically just said, hey, it's online. Here's my opinion on the comments who disagree with me. But yeah, I'm happy to cover whatever it is that you would like to cover.
I mean, I think I want to go over like two main things. Like
All
I
right.
just first just to, like start off with because like two main criticisms like I saw was one dodging questions like me dodging questions, but
I
so
wouldn't say you're dodging. Well, okay. I will say this, right? Typically in a debate, in order to have it be pretty much, pretty much fair at all, I need to be able to ask you questions and put you in my seat, right? If I am able to reframe the question and attack your point the same way you're attacking mine, it helps clarify the thing, right? So it's kind of hard to just sit in a hot seat and get grilled the whole time. But I was
I
fine
mean
with it. That's pretty much what I
okay.
agreed to do. So people didn't
So
understand that.
listen when when it comes to like like first of all like we initially like went like got into it just to like so that I'm able to ask you a question like that was the whole
Hmm.
like the reason that we got on it. But when it comes to like either I'm not just saying on my end but like either one of us, right, if either one of us like asks the other person a question like trying like ask if the other end just like starts asking questions that are just like not really related to like getting the answer and stuff like it can just lead to the
I would
dialogue
agree.
just going off track and just leading to unnecessary tangents and stuff. So either end, like if you ask me a question and like if it was like you asking me a question and then I started like asking you questions about your stance and stuff and start just going off track, like you should be like, yo, like get on track, like this doesn't have to do
I would
with the
agree.
question at hand.
Would you
And it just prevents things from like going off track and just
mhm.
like deflecting from like answering the
Would you say
question.
the insect question was going off track?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, because it's
Okay.
just you're asking about my like my world. I was down to like talk about it afterwards.
Okay.
Like I asked like after we finished talking, like I was like, yo, do you have any questions for me? And then you want to talk about like the toxicity thing, but like I kind of like had an idea like we were gonna go to like a crop deaths argument and stuff, and I was like, all right, but like I kind of like I just had a feeling like that's where it was going, so I
Yeah.
was like, I just want to stay on track with this. Like we can talk about that
Yeah,
after.
it
That's
wasn't
a
where I was going, but cool. And then you
it
said you had a
wasn't.
second.
Wait,
No, it
wait,
wasn't.
wait. It was
No, I'm
not.
just my point with the insect argument is both of us have a line somewhere, right? Of what is okay to kill and what is not when it comes to
Yeah,
living things. And for you, you define that as sentience, right?
yeah.
How do you know an insect isn't sentient versus an animal is?
Well, it's more. It's just it's an empirical argument. You'd have to look at the data that we have on the topic, and I mean, if it turned out that they were, then yeah, I think certain insects are definitely are. So those aren't. But
So
like
would you
this
be
is
fine
this is
with
what
killing those insects that are sentient? Like name one.
yeah, so yeah, I would be against it. It's just like I would want to be consistent all the way through, like with with anything on that matter. But see, this is what I'm talking about. Like if you start like asking questions like this, like then we start kind of going away from like your like the line of questioning that I
Right.
like I was trying to put you on, and then it kind of just gets sidetracked. Like that's like I would be down to like talk about that after if you want to talk about my worldview, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I think,
that's the thing. It just helps keep the dialogue,
yeah, and I
you
see
know,
your
going
point,
on
but I would
past.
say helping to clarify your worldview is going to help
Yeah,
clarify mine.
I would say, I mean, if perhaps like maybe, I mean, I'd say like if you're trying to like ask a question to clarify the question, so you can properly like explain your worldview, then sure. But like if you're just like like I don't see how talking about my worldview would help clarify your worldview. Like,
Because my whole point with the insect argument is that somewhere I draw a line between what animals are okay to kill, and you also draw that line somewhere as well. So my point is we both have a line somewhere, and this line is semi-arbitrary, right? And I'm not saying either line is correct. In fact, I would say your line is more moral than mine because you're allowing more things to live.
okay,
But
but
that line is arbitrarily drawn somewhere for some feature, and there's not necessarily a way to explain why that feature exists, right? You say it's
I mean, this is
sentience.
kind of. I mean, that's kind of just like a what, like a moral subjectivism argument, right? Like, I don't think that necessarily helps clarify your worldview. With like, you're still gonna explain your worldview. Like, regardless,
Right.
like we can if you want to talk about like moral subjectivism, I mean, like it's more so that I'm just like testing your logical consistency
Right.
with like your worldview. Like, would you say like taking like with like that's like the whole point of like the name, like just arguments in general, right? Like you take like and also that's like the point of hypotheticals. Like that was another criticism, is me asking you hypotheticals. Like the whole point of it is to take your line of reasoning, right? Like with, let's say you said like intelligent communication at one point,
Yeah.
and then just
I
apply that logic to
I
something else
think
to
my
see if it, you know, if you're able to, if that conclusion is
mhm.
sound to you, or you know, a lot of the times it ends up being like pretty norm violating and things like that.
Yo, I'm getting absolutely spammed about Omar. Do you know anything about this? I'm just
Bro,
curious.
this fucking guy, dude. I don't know who the hell this guy is. He randomly joined, like some guy randomly said, "Yo, Omar's you're off and stuff."
Is this
And
the Omar, like the British Omar?
no, just some random kid.
Oh, okay.
No, no, Omar is cool. He's cool.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just
Yeah.
some random guy, like some random guy named Sam. He joined my chat. He's like, "Yo, Omar's you're off, bro." Like, and everybody just started spamming about him, dude.
Gotcha.
But
Okay, cool. I just needed some form of clarification because I don't think there's a single comment on my end that doesn't say Omar in it.
dude, why are they in your live, dude?
That's funny. That's funny. Dude, it's literally like 100. I am so sorry. I hadn't answered your question, but I forgot what your question was.
Um, I was just saying, like,
Oh.
that's like the point of hypotheticals, right?
Yes.
Like
Okay.
me asking hypotheticals.
So my final answer to your original question is I'm
Well,
going back
wait,
to my
wait,
original
wait.
answer.
I just want to say one thing. I wouldn't say it's necessarily final. So it's more so that we just like kind of stopped it. Like I think we could go on after. Like, but you said like at the end was well, human genome and intelligent
Right, yeah,
communication.
human being, right? You like the first
Yeah.
minute I feel like we had the answer that I'm going to end with, which is if you're not a human, right? I am a speciesist, is what you called me. I will stand
Yeah.
by that. If you're not a human, I don't see you as morally equivalent to a human, and I'm fine with you being eaten as well. Is my final answer.
Okay. Yeah. So.
And now we can go
So
down the
so
impossible hypothetical train of what if it's like semi-human and things like that, which is fair. We can talk
I
about
mean,
that. I don't think we're
we
going to get anywhere because that's an impossibility in our current world. If we see that, that's a discussion I'd be fine with having. But in an impossible hypothetical that we're not seeing today, I don't think is going to be a valuable conversation.
I it's just it's, I mean, I wasn't. I'm not even gonna say that like this time, but I wouldn't. That's like it's still like it's a logically possible. It's a logically possible hypothetical. Like you, like I'm just telling you. Okay, like just think about like last time. I was just saying like let's say half cow, half human. Like, can you think of like a centaur?
Right, but centaurs don't exist, right? So I
Yeah,
don't
they
think
don't
it's worth
exist,
having
but
that
it's like
conversation.
okay, but let's say they did. It's just like that's the point of a hypothetical. It's like you talk about like the breakfast question a
Right.
lot. Like
Yes.
if I knew about like the breakfast questions like you were posing about, like I would have brought that up last time. But
Yeah.
it's like
I
it's
actually,
like you don't have to.
brought it up because it was good timing because of the breakfast question. That's why I was so afraid to not answer a hypothetical because I'd just been posting about the breakfast question.
Yeah, yeah, but
clarifying
and it's like
of the
okay, you can say like okay, but you can say like oh no, I can think about like oh I can think about how I felt if I didn't have breakfast. Like it's possible I didn't have breakfast. Let's say for example, how would you feel if you had a blue apple this morning or something like
Oh, but I did
something?
have blue apple, right? Yes, sure, yeah,
But
but that's a little bit more picturable, right? A blue apple is something that could
yeah,
exist.
but I
A
feel like a
centaur,
half human, half like cow is pretty picturable. Like you just
yeah,
like search up a
and
centaur right
I'll
now.
just
Like
go
you're
if it's not fully human, it is fine to eat as food, right?
okay,
That
okay,
is my argument.
okay. So it's kind of like what do you say? It's kind of like what do you say? It's more so like should we just say human genome or like just like the taxonomic like just
Yeah, whatever. We have a pretty universal definition of a human being. That definition, right? Me and you can both point at something and say that's a human or that's not, right? On this earth right now. Would you agree? I don't think there is a single thing that you could point at and say that's a human and we would have a disagreement.
I mean it's more like when it comes to like species they're kind of like or let's just okay let's how about this let's just say like should we say okay should we say the like just the taxonomy of like being like the species human or should we just or like because like last time you were saying like human genome like
I don't think it matters. It's the same thing at the end of the day, right?
okay so like the
Today
cluster
on Earth, do you think that there's a single thing that I could point to and say that's a human and we would have a disagreement?
in this I mean in reality I guess not right
So therefore, in the reality that we live in, your question is answered, and we can have
okay
hypotheticals that go into other
okay
realities,
okay
but I don't find that valuable.
okay so what I would ask when it comes to so your stance is basically the cluster of genetics that makes somebody human. That's what gives them more worth, and they shouldn't be killed like and eaten, right?
Sure. Yep.
Okay. Well, let's say like hypothetically, right? It turns out that the entire race of black people turned out to like they took like they did a genetic test and they don't fall within the species. They don't have they're missing the cluster of genetics that makes them fall within Homo sapiens.
Yeah. I don't.
Okay.
I don't think.
Would it be okay to kill and eat them?
No, because they are still human, right? I would argue.
No, but
yes.
In this hypothetical, they're
Right.
like they're
Okay.
let's just say
So
that we had like some
hypothetically,
technology and they're missing the cluster of genes that makes them fall within Homo sapiens.
so
Like that.
hypothetically, let's
Like-
say
like- like-
your grandma has wheels. Is she now a bicycle?
This isn't a logically coherent hypothetical.
Right, and I would
like it's
argue
not
yours is
like
valid.
yeah, it's not a bicycle. I'm
No,
saying that if
but
we
she has
had
wheels
like
now, right? If she has wheels and handlebars, is she a
oh
bicycle?
you said you said I thought you said whales.
Oh,
but
no, wheels. Yeah.
okay,
let's say,
so if
let's
it
say
had
your
a
grandma
wheel-
has wheels. Is she a bike?
what do you like? It depends. What do you define as a bike?
Right. My point is, I think we're just making hypotheticals that aren't.
It's not. It's just like the human genome is like what 99. It's like 98% similar to like a chimp.
Yep.
Right?
And I would
Like
argue
let's
that-
say like there was a tiny let's say there was a like the cluster of genetics that makes it fall within Homo sapiens. It's missing that. And now it's not fall and it does not fall within the taxonomy of a Homo sapien. It's missing that cluster of genetics of genes. Would it be okay to kill and eat them?
Yeah, and I don't think that this is something that we would see. And my
Yeah,
current
it's a
assumption is
okay.
that they're everything similar to what they are today.
Okay,
and
okay.
they
How
are
about this?
human
Wait,
beings.
okay, listen. Okay. How would you feel if Marilyn Monroe like came back to life? Okay, and she was like 20 years old. Like, would you find her attractive?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so you're able to think about that. Okay.
Right,
How about
no,
this?
so-
How about this?
okay.
Wait. Okay, let me think of another thing. Okay, let's say, how would you feel if there was like a unicorn like right in front of you right now? Like, would you pet it? Like, would you be interested in petting it? Like, would that be cool to see?
Yes.
Okay. So these things, okay, you're able to like I'm giving you like a coherent like hypothetical, right? Like you're able to think about it and stuff, you know, like you're like you know, you have your reasonings, you know, okay, I want to pet that. Oh, you know, based on what if I find attractive right now, like I would find that person attractive even though, you know, it's not possible for this person to come back to life. What I'm saying is that let's say hypothetically, they're missing that cluster of genetics. Like I don't know, like they evolve some
Do you want
evolving
to
or
use
something like
this like
that.
same argument that you're going to try and use against me against you, right? Are you saying black people aren't human, yo?
No, because I'm just
right?
saying it's just part of the hypothetical.
No, so you're
It's
saying
just if
so you're saying black people aren't human. You know what I mean? Like it's I could use the same line of reasoning, right?
it's not the same line of reasoning. I'm just saying in this hypothetical, what if they're not? What if they're missing the cluster of genetic that they're not?
Right. So if we turn them into a non-human species, right? This is either they're not human or they are human, right?
Yeah, okay, and in this scenario, they're no longer human because they're missing that like a little cluster of genetics. They're still
So what
like
are
we can
they?
just say, how about this? They're schmoomins. Like they're identical in every single way to a human. It's just that they're just missing that cluster of, and live restricted for some audiences. But okay, anyways, let's continue. But they're schmoomins now, right? They're just missing that cluster of genetics, but they're identical in every single way.
Damn. Sorry, I'm clicking through all the disconnected things. It's like, are you sure you want to stay with this person? Yes. Okay, cool. Um, right. Are they human or are they not? Um,
And
we can tell if they're at all like they are today, right? The things that we point at today, walking around and agree are human, if we could do that in this hypothetical universe, yes, they are human. I don't see the value of us making semi-human combinations that cannot exist in our current universe. Because at
I'm
the end of
just,
the day,
I'm just
what
saying,
matters is the moral
I'm just
reasoning
listen.
of this
Okay.
universe, right? It's okay to have hypotheticals that could happen in
I'm
this
literally
universe.
all I'm doing is I'm testing your line of reasoning for this is that simply falling like having this cluster of genetics that makes somebody fall that makes somebody a human is the trait that makes it not worth killing and eating. And like I understand it's norm violating. Like it's not something like it's a tough situation to be in. Like you don't want to say yeah. And listen, and it's
No, I
the
am just
point of a
saying if
hypothetical is
we
simply just to just
yes, in
is
this
simply just
universe, if we can point at them and say, you know what, that is a human,
it's
right? If
like,
they have
dude,
the
we don't
moral
have
equivalency, if
Marilyn
they're
Monroe coming back to life in this
if
universe
they're
either, but we don't
contributing
have blue
right,
apples in this
but
universe.
those are more picturable, right? If they're able to contribute to
They're
society, if
this
they're able
listen, they're,
to
okay.
communicate
This is
intelligently, these are the things that I would classify
if you
as
need
being
help
human.
picturing this, okay? They're identical to humans. They're literally identical. Like you
So yes,
go
so
outside and
then
see
they're
a
a human.
black
I
person,
don't care
right?
if we call them something different, right? We have things that are identical to humans that are like different races today, and we just classify them all humans. If they were identical to humans, we would call them humans. Therefore, they're humans, right? I don't think that this is a valuable conversation.
Oh shoot, dude. It's literally there's nothing wrong. Like, if do you need help like picturing the hypothetical like in order to like answer it?
No, no, this hypothetical I don't think is a valuable conversation because it's not something that's
Why is it
possible in
not?
this universe.
It's just taking the trait that you said, which is it has to have the cluster of genetics that makes somebody fall within a human, and testing that on something else that's not a like a cow or a chicken or
I
something.
think
It's a basic reductio ad
yes,
absurdum.
and I've answered your question. I would call that human. Therefore, they're human.
But they're not. I like, and this
Right.
like, you're trying to hijack the
No, so you're
hypothetical.
just calling something that's not
I'm
a
the one
human a
who's making the
human.
hypothetical for you to answer.
That's a human, right?
Bro, dude, you're trying to hijack my hypothetical, dude.
I'm not.
It's assumed in the hypothetical that that it's not like it does not have that cluster of genetics that makes it fall within a human, bro.
Can I ask you a hypothetical?
You're still, but you haven't answered my question. Like you're just saying,
if I
you're
put
not
wheels on your
just say
grandma,
like
is
it's
she
a
a
yes or no
bicycle?
answer.
If I put wheels on your grandma, is she a bicycle?
Well, what do you define as a bicycle?
Right, and now it's the same question. What do you define as a human? Which I don't think is a valuable conversation because when it comes to our current universe that we live in, which is the only universe where this question matters, we can both point at the same thing and say that's a human, right? We could do the
I'm
same
telling
thing
you.
with a bicycle. We could point at it and be like, that's a bicycle. So we could spend a long time trying to define what is a human being as two people who aren't experts on genomes or animals or anything else, and I don't find that as valuable because we live in this universe. There's
Dude,
a moral conversation to be had in our current universe when it comes to
dude,
veganism, and I don't think that that is the conversation that this is going to go down.
this is it's a dude. If first of all, I don't even think you're okay. You're like there's nothing wrong with like my hypothetical that I'm giving. Like I understand like like the answer that you either have to give an absurd answer or you have to just change the trait that I've given you. There's nothing wrong with the hypothetical I gave you. Like I understand like a hypothetical does not need to be in like possible in this universe for it to test your logic. Like like with the whole like like defining what a human is. It's simply we're just simply taking the cluster of genetics that we have, like that you're saying make somebody human, and they're just lacking that. Like it's just like their genome is slightly different, and this is no longer falls within. It's a shocking result. Like I understand, like it's crazy, right? Like in this hypothetical world, like people would go nuts, right? And honestly, like I feel like some eugenicists, have probably used this argument to try and like justify doing this uh to black people, which
Right. Yeah, it's the same argument that was used for slavery, like X number of years ago, right? I mean, they didn't consider black people as human back then.
yeah.
Which is why I tie it more to the human genome, which is something that we can define, right? We have the exact same 23 chromosomes, right? We can look at that and say, is that
Okay.
human? In your hypothetical, if we can look at their genome and be like, okay, this is the same 23 chromosomes, they're thinking intelligently, the big thing, they're contributing to society, they are the same species as everything else that's contributing to society, that to me is defined as a human. And I think it would be the exact same in this universe.
Okay. So like I said, like what I'm saying is not changing. It does not go against any of that. The whole point is that we have they're a shmoomin now. Okay, let's say they're like we'll give it a name. They're a shmoomin. Okay, they're identical to humans and everything. Okay, they interact with us the exact same. It's just that the cluster of genetics are just a bit different, but phenotypically they're the same. Like they look at the exact same, they act the exact same, their brains are the exact same.
Right, and I would say
would it be okay or not?
right.
Don't please don't like try to like hijack the hypothetical and like try to change like, oh, it's not possible in this world. Like I understand it's not possible in this world. Just like Marilyn Monroe coming back to life is not possible in this world.
Significantly more possible than yes, right.
What it doesn't matter. Like, I can think of something that's even more impossible. Like
right, no, what you're describing is the traits that I say define a human being. So you're saying, imagine a human being, but I'm not going to call it a human being. Would you eat them for food? Okay.
No, I'm saying that they're not a human anymore. Like they're a shmoomin, right. But they act exactly the same in every single way. In this hypothetical. I'm literally just testing the trait that you gave me, which is like the cluster of genetics, like the human genome, the cluster of genetics that makes somebody human. I'm literally just testing what you gave me.
Also telling you that would be a human. I don't think that this is going
dude.
to be
but you're trying to change my hypothetical that I'm baking in. Like I'm telling you right now,
it's not a human.
I'm telling you, it's a shmoomin. It's not a human anymore.
I would consider them human in this universe, and I would not.
But it's not. I'm telling you, it's not. Like in this hypothetical, it's not. Like you're just trying to change the hypothetical. I'm telling you, in this hypothetical, like you have to say that it's not. It's a shmoomin. It's okay. It's genetically a bit different, but it's phenotypically the exact same. Like it looks the exact same. They act exactly like us. The point is that you're not gonna say that it's okay. Okay, it's ridiculous. Like that's the point. Okay, you're like that's what all these vegan arguments lead to. It leads to insane outcomes. Like I don't know if you've seen like Destiny try to debate veganism. He's an anti. Not I don't even know anti-vegan. He's an anti-vegan. But the thing is, he bit so many bullets that he looked like a psychopath that he turned people into a vegan. Like that's what all these arguments lead to. And the point is that
you define an entirely new universe in order to justify your argument.
Okay, I'm giving you I gave you entirely new universes for other hypotheticals, like the Marilyn Monroe hypothetical, the blue apple hypothetical.
Let's imagine
the unicorn hypothetical.
Let's imagine you're an atheist, right? Let's just imagine you're an atheist, and we're debating about Christianity. And I said, imagine a universe where God exists, right? Would you believe in him?
Yeah, that's a fine hypothetical. They would have to say, like,
so Christianity's real because in this other universe, you believe Christianity.
No, that's not. No, that's not a proper analogy because what I'm doing is I'm giving you the trait. You said that it was it was a human genome, and that's the trait that makes something not worth killing and eating. I'm taking that trait and I'm applying it. I'm taking your line of reasoning and I'm applying it to a shmoomin in a hypothetical world. And now you're not able to answer the question. Like I know you're not going to say yes. Like that would be absurd. I think actually Scientific Snitch. I don't know if she's in your life. Maybe she. I think she probably got asked a similar question. She actually bit the bullet. I mean, she didn't get asked like the black person thing. Like that was low key. That was optics for me because it just makes it seem even more absurd. But like you either have to bite the bullet or you have to change the trait that you define to be like not worthy of. That makes something not worth.
In any debate,
killing and eating.
Debate, religious debate, anything, you can just define a universe where you are correct. And if you have to define a
It's
universe where you are correct in order to back up your argument, that's not
no,
fair,
it's
right? You
not
can
just
have it.
defining. It's not just like forcing. It's taking your it's literally just taking. It's an internal critique. It's taking what you said, which is a human genome, and just applying it to something else that would turn out to be an absurd conclusion, and it's showing that your line of reasoning is just not good.
Yes, but in order to do this, you have to define something that is a impossibility in this world. Not once in the history of
I don't.
all
Okay,
of
okay. I don't think we're
animals
gonna.
have
Okay,
we seen
listen. I don't
something.
think this is gonna really go
Yes,
much
I agree. Thank you. I'm
anywhere.
glad that we finally got to a
Listen,
conclusion.
it's like it's hypothetical dodging, but like that's what it is. I'm telling you that okay, it's fine that it's
It's
not
not
possible in this
hypothetical
world.
dodging. It's
It
ridiculous
is.
hypotheticals. Okay, so let's debate. Okay, I want to make the conclusion that God is real, right? 100% the Christian God is real. Would you disagree with this?
Like, wait, what are you
Just
trying
a
to say?
completely new debate, right? Christianity is true. 100% it is true. And I'm
Okay.
assuming you disagree with this, right? Now I want you
Like
to imagine.
like, are you just basically asking? Okay, in a hypothetical world, if the Christian God is true, like,
Right.
would it be
So
true? Is that what
so
you're trying to say?
yeah. So now
That's a,
just a completely new debate. I believe Christianity is 100% real. Would you disagree with
okay.
this?
Okay. I mean, yeah, I would
In our current universe.
just right now,
Now
yeah.
imagine you just saw Jesus get resurrected right in front of you, right? Would you believe in Christianity?
I mean, I'm not too sure. Like, I'm not like super read up on like Christian theology
No,
and
like
stuff. But
right now there's
I think it would probably. I mean, I think it would probably like push me towards believing in it. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so Christianity is real because Jesus was resurrected in this hypothetical universe, right? So in this
But you're
hypothetical
basically
universe,
asking,
Christianity
like,
is
you're basically
100%
okay.
real. So
Listen,
therefore,
what you're basically asking is if the Christian God is real, uh, then the Christian God is real. Like, if the Christian God is real, would you believe that the Christian God is real?
huh?
That's basically what you're asking. It's kind
Right,
of like
exactly.
it's like
And
kind of like a
you're
circular
basically
argument.
saying if eating humans was wrong, then eating humans would be wrong, right?
Wait, you're saying if eating humans? No, I'm
You're
not. I'm saying I'm. That's not what I'm
you're
saying.
saying if I created this new thing that is a human, but we call it a human, and eating that was wrong,
No.
then eating that is
What
wrong.
I'm saying is that since you said that the thing that makes killing something and eating them is wrong is a cluster of genetics that makes somebody human, I said that if we take this person that's literally identical phenotypically in every single way to a human, but they're missing that cluster of genetics, would it be wrong? That's not like circular in
Right,
any
and
sort of way.
and
That's
it would
just
be
taking.
wrong because what you're defining is a human, right?
It's
Okay.
not, but like I said, it's genotypically like separate. Like it's slightly different to a human.
It is identical to a human. If
And
I
yeah,
cloned
they're
Yo,
phenotypically
if I
they look
cloned
the
Yo,
exact same. They're just
if
missing
I
that
made a
cluster.
brand new Yo, like it is everything exactly the same as Yo, but I named him Kyle, right?
Hmm.
And is that still Yo?
It's Kyle
Like,
now.
huh? Right.
And your hypotheticals now is Kyle because you're saying that okay, this is Kyle, but this is just identical to me.
Okay, who's smarter?
Who is smarter?
Yeah, who's smarter?
What
You're
do you
both
mean, like me?
exactly the same. You're both exactly the same smartness. You're both the exact same strength, like everything. It
Okay.
literally is you, right? Anything that I could
Okay.
do to him would be wrong to do to you. Now, I'm going to say that Kyle is like this species known as a human. Once again,
Okay.
he's identical to you. It would be wrong to eat him because it's stupid to call him a human because it's a human, right? Everything is exactly the same as you. That's
Wait, hold
basically
on.
what you're saying.
Can you say that again, like just so I can properly understand it?
So let's say Kyle is
Okay.
this new species. He's a human,
Mhm.
right? He's once again, it's literally just you. I'm just naming it Kyle.
Mhm.
Eating him would obviously be wrong because why is he this new species? It's literally just a human. We're just calling
Yeah.
him a new species for no reason.
Yeah, that's exactly why I don't have like I don't have it being a human as being the trait to justify killing it and eating it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, but in our current world, we don't have this issue, right? So if your whole point is in a different universe, we could have something that's basically a human. That's why I don't eat other animals. That makes no sense at all to me.
Wait,
right?
wait, can you say that again? Sorry, I missed it. Sorry, I got
If your
sidetracked.
whole point for being vegan, right? Once again, I commend you for being vegan. I think being vegan is better for the environment. It's better. Like I don't want to kill animals.
All
If
right.
you can avoid that, that's great. That's awesome. But if your
Okay.
entire reason for being a vegan is because hypothetically we could have another universe where animals are human beings, that is just absurd to me. That is not a logically consistent argument.
No, it's not that. It's just it's just that line. Like you should be able to have a logically coherent answer to. If you have a logically coherent position, right, you should have a logically coherent answer to a logically coherent hypothetical. What I'm saying is that, the thing is, you just don't like you have a logically coherent answer. It's just that it's norm violating. Like if you ask me like any sort of hypothetical when it comes to like my stance, like I'd be like I'd be perfectly fine with answering it. Like the whole like you don't need.
Okay, let's use the same line of reasoning for your insect thing, right? Let's say we have an
Okay.
insect. Let's say we
All right.
have an animal, a lion, or a cow, right? You think
Mm-hmm.
eating a cow is wrong. Let's say we clone that cow. It's the exact same thing as a cow, but we're calling it an insect. Would it be
Yep.
wrong to kill this cow?
So it's identical to a cow, but we're calling it an insect.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be wrong because I value sentience. Like it's not. I don't have like my bar is not it being an insect. I'm just saying that like if an insect turned out to be sentient, then yeah, it would be wrong to kill the insect. Like
Yes,
I'm
and
fine
if
with like
something
answering this
turned out
hypothetical.
to be a human and contributes to society like a human, it is being valued to society as a human. It would be wrong. I don't see how
Wait, say that.
that's
Wait, sorry, I keep missing. Like I
if
keep
it's
looking at chat. I
if
get
it's
sidetracked.
yeah, you're good. I understand. If you're contributing to society, you're able to think like a human. As a
Yeah.
human, you're a human, right? That is the same argument. I don't see the difference between these arguments.
Wait. So wait. So wait. What are you saying? You said like if you're able to contribute to society as a human and like stuff
Right.
like a
If
human, then you
you
are a human.
are the exact same species as the species that is contributing to our society, you are valued the exact same as everybody else. You are a human.
So what's the trait now? I'm confused. Like what's the trait? Is it being a human? Is it being able to contribute to society? I'm confused.
I just
Is it
okay.
the fact that humans are like
I do not understand how we live in a universe where we can clearly agree that something is a human being, and we have to argue about a different universe where this isn't a possibility. That doesn't make sense to me. Why that needs to happen?
I mean,
God, my
like,
whole chat is
I'm just the point is to test your reasoning. I listen. I can't go on for much longer because my phone's like at 10% and I got to get home. But like the whole point is to test your reasoning, to test if that is actually to see that if we take your reasoning, it being like the cluster of genetics that makes it a human, can we follow that line of reasoning all the way to its conclusion and not have something that's just like that you would and not have something that you would disagree with, and that what we found is you do disagree with it. Like you do. You're not gonna. I know. Listen, I know you're not insane. Okay. Like you're obviously not gonna say that that's okay. But what I am saying is that like that trait it just doesn't hold up. Like it just doesn't. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, dude. Like you were able to ask me this like the same question when it came to like an insect and a cow. I gave you you gave me a logically coherent hypothetical, and I gave you a logically coherent answer to that logically coherent hypothetical. Like, and you should be able to do the same. The thing is, it
Right. I
that
just don't. I
you're
don't think that you are accepting my answers. Is the issue? If something is a
you're not
human,
accepting
right?
my hypothetical. Like you haven't accepted the answer.
Right. And
You haven't given an answer. You haven't said yes or
right.
no. And I
No.
know
If
you're not going to
something
say
is
yes.
a human,
That's okay.
right. If
Huh?
something is a human, that is my defining line. And we
And
have both agreed that we can both define.
and you're like
a human
I gave
in
you the
our world.
hypothetical where it's now a schmooman.
Right.
And
Yeah, and we're just gonna circle back to like I could have a hypothetical. Let's say I cloned a bicycle and I called it a car. Right? Would you agree that it's a car? Right? Obviously not, because it has all the same
if you're
traits
now
as a
calling it a
bicycle.
car, sure, it's a car. Like if we're gonna say in this hypothetical world it's a car, like
Yeah,
fine.
this just makes no sense, right? You're putting more definition on the terms that we call things rather than the actual things that make those things.
It's a hypothetical. Like I don't like I'm gonna just answer the hypothetical. It's like it's whatever. Like if you give me a logically coherent hypothetical, then I'll give you like to test my worldview. Then I'll give you a logically coherent answer your hypothetical. But
Okay.
like
So
I think we're just kind of going in
Crisley-
circles.
Briss
Like listen,
Crisley- you know Briss Crisley, right? I'm
yeah,
assuming
whatever.
you guys
What
are
about?
friends in some way, shape, or form. Because
I mean, I'm not. I wouldn't say like I'm not like close to him like that. But
okay, so he is defining it as we know it's not a human, right? If in this other universe we can all agree it's not a human.
okay.
Is that fair for your hypothetical? Is that something that you want to concede? In this other hypothetical, whatever this other species is, we all know it's not human.
Okay, wait. So we all know it's not. What's not human?
This human species.
Yeah. Okay. We understand it's not human.
Okay, then it would be fine to eat as food, because we all agree it is not human.
By your worldview, yes, because because your trait is that it has to be the cluster of genetics that makes it a human. It has to be a human. So now, like you're just giving my hypothetical and asking it back to me. I'm like, that's like your answer would have to be that
Right.
it's okay. Obviously,
Yes,
with
I'm
it's
defining
not.
your hypothetical. If this is the definition of your hypothetical, it would be fine to eat this other thing as food for me.
Wait, say that again.
I'm just defining your hypothetical. And in this hypothetical, if that is the way that you define it, which it seems like you agree, then yes, it is fine to eat this other thing as food because it's not a human.
Okay, so So I'm walking you through this. Okay, so what you're saying is that in this hypothetical world, if something it's the same. It's just all it's missing is the cluster of genetics that makes it a human. Okay, this is like you're telling me this hypothetical right now, but it's like phenotypically it's the same as a human, but it's just genetically a little bit different. Like you understand the hypothetical, like you said it back to me. It is now okay to kill and eat.
Right. So we all agree it's not a human. Every single person on Earth agrees it's not
Gene,
a human.
in this hypothetical, it is now. It's like listen. They're schmoomin. Okay, that's what they agree it is.
Right. I mean, once again, Briss Crisley has a great example, right? Like Superman.
Wait, what?
He's saying Superman, right? He's a Kryptonian. He looks human. He acts human. This way we can at least picture something, right?
Are you saying, Briss Kearsley is in your chat? I thought you said Chris Beardsley.
No, Briss
I thought you were talking
Crisley.
about Chris Beardsley. I thought you said if I was. That's why I said I didn't. I was like, nah, I'm not really like close to him like that. Okay. Wait.
Yes.
Okay. So what? Wait. So
yes.
say that again.
A more picturable example: Superman.
Yeah.
Would it be fair to eat Superman as food?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. I'll
Yes.
ask that to you.
Okay. I would say no. Right? He's basically a human.
Yeah,
Right?
but
And we
he's
can
not a
all agree
human.
he's
So
basically a human.
yeah, but he's not a human, so he doesn't have that cluster of genetics that makes him a human. He does not fall within a human. Thus, your trait that you gave, which is that it has to have the cluster of genetics to be that falls within it being a human,
But his species
does not hold up, and it does not provide it. It does not provide. It does not make it.
His species, which we can define, is able to contribute to society as if they are a human.
So you're changing the trait. So now
I
it's
feel
not
like I
that it
said
has.
this the entire time here.
You didn't. Like, you're saying because before you're saying that it has to have the cluster of genetics that makes it human, and now you're saying like something about it contributing to society.
Right.
But again,
I've said that basically this entire time. As long as the species can contribute to society the same as humans can, and interact intelligently, which no animal that we see on Earth today can, I would define that as a human. I would define Superman as a human, basically.
You're okay. So you're trading the trait. You're changing the trait now. You're saying that the species has to like contribute. You're saying that it has to be a species that contributes to society.
Yes.
Okay.
As a human does, right? Notice how we all work. We contribute.
Okay. Well, I can just do. This is listen. This is
now we have a
heavy.
cow that can talk to us and like.
Okay, but let's say now we have let's say now mentally disabled people are no longer labeled as human.
The species that they fall under is
no. Mentally disabled people like we no longer they took a genetic test and we found that they all don't fall within they're the mentally disabled people that don't contribute to society, like they no longer fall within.
Now you're defining a new universe, and in this new universe,
because you just changed the trait. Now it's like it has to, if it falls within the cluster of genetics that makes it a human, then it's if it has to have if it falls within the species of a species that contribute to society. That's what makes it wrong. And I just gave and so now I have to change. Now I'm going to give you a new hypothetical for this new trait that you gave me, which is that now mentally disabled people, they're no longer, they don't fall under the taxonomy of being a human. Like they're
Correct. In
the
this new
genetics are a
hypothetical.
bit different.
Yes, because you said in this new world, if you're mentally disabled, you're not human, right? You're born. You're
Yeah.
mentally disabled. You just magically transform into.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Right.
identical. Like
You're
you're
not
like
human anymore.
yeah, like you're like take like an incredibly mentally disabled
Yep.
human,
Yep, we're
and now
human.
like now we make them all schmoomins. Like we just call them schmoomins now.
Yep, because we are genetically changing them. I don't know what changes with these genetics. But
Okay, so
they're
so you're
clearly
saying
not
that that's
human.
okay to kill and eat. You're saying that if it turned out that all mentally disabled people were no longer like they're schmoomins now and they're not humans, like it would be okay to kill and eat.
Right. If they magically had their genetics changed the moment that they were mentally disabled to become an entirely different species and they don't have things in common with humans anymore, sure.
Okay, so just okay, I'm satisfied with that answer. So what? Because what what? So you're basically saying that if it turned out, okay, like take like the
Putting
mentally
a lot
disabled
of
people
weight
that are
on
not,
this if. Yes.
huh? Like okay, so take into account. So we're saying that like all if we take all the mentally disabled people in the world that are not able to contribute to society, and it turns out that they took a genetic test and they fall within schmoomins now. It's okay to kill them all and eat them. That's what we're saying in this hypothetical.
If. I really like that word if that you used at the beginning.
Okay,
Yes.
if we're saying
Yes. I agree.
we're saying
Yes,
that they're
I
not
agree.
that they're schmoomins.
Correct.
Okay, I'm satisfied with that answer. Okay,
Cool.
I'm
I'm
satisfied.
glad
You're
you're
able.
satisfied.
You were able to take the trait, which is it being
Yes.
the
Now-
cluster of genetics of the cluster of genetics that
And I have no
the cluster
problem
of
with
genetics
you clipping that as long as that term if is not removed from the beginning of your sentence.
listen. I haven't made any content about any of these debates. I don't know.
You haven't. I know you haven't.
But-
Wait, I'm not
but-
talking
but-
to you. I'm more talking to other people because I've had other people like take clips out of my YouTube video already and like tag me in them, and they will remove things like that term if at the beginning.
Okay, so
And they're like,
I'm
God,
satisfied
Baxum's
with that
going
answer.
Eating disabled people. No, I did not say that. If this new universe, these people just magically transform into another species, then they're not human anymore. So yes.
All right, I'm satisfied with that answer. I gotta go. My phone's at 4% now, so I was happy we were able to run that all the way through.
That was awesome, yo.
All right, have a good one. All right.
Hopefully we can find another topic next time. That'd be great.
Yeah, maybe you can talk up. Maybe you can go like try to put my worldview as scrutiny.
Let's try and just get off the vegan thing. We'll find something else we disagree on.
All
We
right, we'll
disagree
see,
pretty
we'll
often.
see, bro. All right.
All right, love you, yo. Have a good one.
All right, adios.
Holy crap. I did see somebody say something about dogs in there. Right. Chinese people eat dogs. I don't think that they're morally wrong for doing that. The reason for that is the food that is available to them. Also, I love all the 529 stuff. I'm really excited for whatever could happen at 529 that Trail Kai and Keenan are cooking up. If you guys haven't seen their videos, I'd check them out. All right, I joined late. Who wants to debate? I had a lot of people requesting. Oh, not anymore. Cool beans. I don't know. I don't get the point. Maybe I'm an idiot and I can't understand my own breakfast question criteria. But if you have to, oh, Brisk Creasley, come up here, dude. You've been commenting on my page so much. I'd love to have a conversation with you. But I don't think that it's fair to create a new universe where we're defining new things this heavily, right? If we had a new universe where where all grandmas had wheels the second that they turned 65, would we call them bikes, right? Sure. Yeah, what's your point from that, though? Because that's not the universe that we live in today. It doesn't make sense to me. That's kind of the point that I'm trying to get across here. Baxum fails the breakfast hypothetical. Sure. Totally fair.